Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nicole Carlton. I'm the Commissioner for the Division of EMS. I would like to welcome Mayor Frank G. Jackson, Council President Kevin Kelley, Director McGrath, Medical Director Dr. Tom Collins, and we have other distinguished guests. We have CARE member, Executive Board here. I think I saw Lieutenant Norman from the Division of Fire. Thanks for coming. Thank you, family and friends, for showing up for this graduation ceremony today. If everybody can please stand for the invocation. Paramedic David Enzman.
Let us bow our heads. God of all creation, we thank you for these men and women who commit themselves this day to the values of your sacred creation by serving the community of Cleveland as EMTs and paramedics. Keep them safe in their endeavors in serving the sick and the injured. May they be filled with your wisdom in serving the people who live in and visit the city of Cleveland. May they recognize that this is more than a job, but a true cause to serve all people. May they be even better caregivers as they progress in service to all. Give them a sense of true passion for preserving quality in life. May their works be a reflection of your love for all creation. And we ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. If you can remain standing for the national anthem, Patrol Officer Pete Williams.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we launched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2019 Paramedic Graduation Ceremony. For the small group they have in front of us, I know it seems like only yesterday that you were interviewing for the positions, and I know you were very excited at the opportunity to work for Cleveland EMS. I look at you now, and as a small group, I'm amazed at how quickly you came together as classmates and to me as friends as your endeavors continued in the academy. You encouraged each other and you supported each other as you progressed throughout the training. Although you may be one of the smallest group we've had in years, I want you to remember that you are part of something much bigger. You are part of the transition of how we hire and train employees in the Division of EMS. For those of you that are unaware, we are switching this year to hiring paramedic-only groups, which is the group we have in front of you here. And then the next group that will be coming on board, hopefully by the end of this month, will be civilians who we will be training as EMTs to serve for the community. I want to thank you guys for being part of the future of the Division of EMS. Although you may feel ready for the challenges that you will face each day, there will obviously be days when you're providing pre-hospital care that may seem overwhelming, daunting, and at times impossible. At that moment, I want you to remind yourselves about your instructors that helped you and believed in you every step of the way, your family and friends who supported you in your endeavors, and the patients who will be sitting in front of you, placing their lives in your hands and having the faith that you can help them. You must always continue to grow. As paramedics, you know that the medical world is constantly changing, and that you have to deepen your knowledge as paramedics for the Division of EMS. You also must remember that human side of what you do, how personal that experience is with each patient as you treat them in the back of the ambulance, when you relieve their pain, ease their fears and anxiety, and provide comfort during their time of need. It is your time now to make a difference in the life of those you will serve, and I want to congratulate you and welcome you to the Division of EMS. Next, I would like to welcome Mayor Frank G. Jackson for some comments. And you know, we're coming on 2020 this year, and I know you guys didn't start in 2015, but you know, Mayor Jackson, this is his 4th term, and as we look at what he's given to the division and supported the Division of EMS during his tenure, back in 2014, we had 15 ambulances serving the community. We went up to 18 ambulances, and now we're up to 25 this year. So Mayor Jackson is a big proponent of EMS. He understands the care that you provide to the community and how integral you are in caring for those in need and making a difference in the community that we serve daily. Mayor Jackson will also provide the oath of office to you after his comments. Thank you. Mayor Jackson.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I want to congratulate you on your graduation and welcome everyone to the graduation ceremony, and particularly thank you for your willingness to serve. I say at every graduation class that public service is an honorable profession, but it's not made for everyone. Everyone cannot do this, but those who do it and do it well have the greatest opportunity to impact the lives of individuals, families, and community. So now you have that opportunity. So congratulations and thank you for your willingness to serve. The oath of office is, did you have to stand up?
Yeah, you can stand up.
Okay. If you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio, the charter and ordinances of the city of Cleveland, obey the rules and regulations and orders of the Division of Emergency Medical Service, and will discharge the duties of my office with professionalism and character to the best of my knowledge and ability, providing quality care to all those in need. So help me God. Congratulations.
You can be seated. I understand your struggles now in such a small group. It's almost like just like an intimate little family setting around the kitchen table. I mean, this is kind of fascinating for me. Now I see how you guys were instructing them this whole time for the last 16 weeks. Next, I'd like to introduce Council President Kevin Kelley. He is the Councilman of Ward 13, which I reside in, and I've known him for quite some time. He obviously supports all of public safety and especially the Division of EMS and understands the care that you will provide daily to the community. Council President.
Thank you, Commissioner. Hello, welcome. On behalf of Cleveland City Council and my 16 colleagues, I would like to say thank you for answering the call to public service and congratulations. Today, you graduate, and beginning after today, you will have decades of hard work in front of you and rewarding work. You are now in the business of saving lives, and I think that's a great way to make a living. So my only request to you is that you will be doing this for decades, and there will be bad days, and there will be times when there's challenges, and there will be times when you see a lot of society that a lot of people don't see, and you're asked to respond. But please never let this become, you're allowed to have bad days, but please never let this become just a job. When people call you, when you are responding for a call for service, understand how important you are, and no matter how long you're on the job, understand that when they call you, You are the most important person in their life. You are the most important person on the planet to them in that moment. And never forget that. Never think that what you're doing is not incredibly important to the welfare of the city of Cleveland. Never forget that you are part of what makes Cleveland a great city. And welcome, congratulations, and look forward to seeing you for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President. Next, I'd like to introduce everybody to Director Michael McGrath. And I know you haven't heard the story, although some of us may have, but I always go back to the stories he tells about when because he was a police officer before he became the safety director, his stories about before EMS was started, and the encounters he had, because they used to actually take care of the patients and transport them to the hospital in lieu of EMS. So I'm sure maybe he has one of those stories, but he's obviously worked in the city a long time and has supported EMS because he's worked alongside us for many years. Director McGrath.
Thank you, Commissioner. And the Commissioner is correct. You know, prior, when I first became a police officer back in 1973, there was no EMS. We had fire rescue, but they were always busy, and there was only a few of those running out there. So the police department, we had what we called wagons. They were station wagons with gurneys in the back. And we had to respond to all the medical emergencies, et cetera, car accidents, whatever it may be. And the day they threw the holy water on EMS, it was a happy day for me and other police officers throughout this city. But I'd like to begin by, number one, on behalf of the Department of Public Safety, congratulations. Family members, thanks for being here today. Thank you for your support over the course of this academy. And you should be very proud. Very, very proud of their chosen profession. And I'd like to commend you for your choice in your career, and I'd also like to thank you. Thank you for choosing the city of Cleveland for your career. Under Department of Public Safety, I think that you are assuming the most rewarding position. And why do I say that? Because each and every call that you go on, you're impacting somebody's life. It's not every fifth call, it's not every fourth call, it's every call. And you definitely make a difference and impact a person's life, their family's life, and maybe their friend's life forever. And I truly believe that is an awesome, awesome responsibility. Rewards. The rewards back to you come from the community and what you do for them. And you can't put a price tag on it. It's priceless. It's absolutely priceless. When you respond to a call and maybe a week later, maybe never, but I know that the residents, because they appreciate what you do for them, they'll send you a little card and say thank you. Put that someplace in your locker. Put that someplace in your life, because you cannot put a price tag on it. You cannot buy those thank you cards and those rewards that you get from the community because of the services you're providing to them. So once again, on behalf of the Department of Public Safety, thank you, congratulations, and I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Commissioner Carlton and her academy staff and the good Dr. Collins for all he does for us as a liaison between the hospital world and our EMS world and our responses to our community. But it's an awesome, awesome, awesome career with a lot of responsibilities, and you really always keep your head up high and be proud of what you do and what you have accomplished over your careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Thomas Collins. He's the medical director for the city of Cleveland, and for the families out there, in order for us as paramedics to serve the community and work and do paramedic skills, we have to have a doctor's license who we operate under. And Dr. Collins, for 22 years now, has allowed us to function and work under his doctor's license to perform care to the community. Dr. Collins?
Congratulations. Families, welcome. Thank you all. And Director, thanks to referring to me as the good doctor, but the TV show is not based at all on my life. I wear a white coat today in front of you, and it's fun for me to stand in front of you because we've actually, because you're such a small group, have had the chance to have some pretty close conversations over the past couple months. And I feel like a lot of the important things I've wanted to share with you, I've shared with you a number of times already. But I have the white coat on today because I want to remind you once again that the white coat that I wear is a reminder of the sanctity of the relationship between what we do in the practice of medicine and our patients. And the blue uniform that you wear is that same sort of reminder of the sanctity of the relationship. What you do each day, each night, in the delivery of emergency medical care is practicing medicine. You know, you're practicing medicine right alongside me, and I'm right alongside you as you're caring for our patients in our city. And I could not be more proud, nor could I not be more confident in what my patients are going to be getting when you go out and take care of them. So personally, on behalf of myself, all the physicians and nurses and all the emergency departments in Cleveland, I want to say thanks for being part of the team. We really appreciate it. I also want to take a moment to thank the families. You know, we can teach these young men and women how to intubate and how to push drugs and how to read EKGs. But what draws them to a field like this is first that basis in their soul, that foundation of kindness and wanting to help people. And that comes from their home, that comes from their families. And we're deeply grateful for the role you had in influencing them to want to be providers, to want to be doctors for the city of Cleveland. So thank you, families. So finally, I wanted to kind of settle on two things. One is a quote that is my famous quote, and I don't think I shared it with any of you in the times that we spent together. It's by Jonas Salk, who developed the polio vaccine. Everybody here has heard it 40 times. But Dr. Salk is famous for a saying known as, the greatest reward for doing is the opportunity to do more. And I want you to reflect on that. It took me probably a good 10 years to fully appreciate it. But it's not the delivering the baby or resuscitating the person that's in cardiac arrest that is going to bring you the most joy in this career. Yes, those are cool and you're using all your skills. But it's really the day in and day out little stuff that you'll be doing for people, knowing that our community relies on you, knowing that in some patients you'll make a huge difference, but in many, 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 many patients, you're going to make their day a little bit better. And you need to appreciate and hang on to those little things that you do because they're of tremendous worth. Take care of yourselves. As everybody here has said, this is not an easy job. You see human suffering in sides of our culture that people don't see and don't hear about, and it's hard. Our community is lucky to have you helping them navigate those tough times. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other's. Don't be afraid to talk to people about how you're doing. Don't be afraid to check up on each other when you hear that someone had a bad call. It's human. It's human to struggle. It's human to have things be a burden on your soul sometimes when it's a tough call. Take care of each other. Talk to your families about it. You're allowed to be human. Okay. Once again, thank you very much. Proud of each and every one of you, and I look forward to practicing medicine with you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Collins. All right, next for the presentation of the certificates, I'd like to introduce Sergeant Gwendolyn McCue. You guys know her very well, and I'm sure your families have probably heard her name a few times. Yes, if everybody can come up. Sergeant McCue.
Good afternoon. I'm sure you've heard a lot about me. It's not all true, not all true. I want to welcome you here today, and I want to thank you for the support that you've given them, because without you, it truly would not be possible. I've reminded them quite a few times that they chose this path, not you, and that they have to remember that you at home sometimes go through some of the things that they go through, and that you also need to be supported in their decision to do this. I'm very proud of you. I remember what it was like on my graduation day 17 years ago. Getting those patches and wearing that badge, I couldn't have been prouder. Other than having my children, it was probably one of the most proudest moments I'd ever had. And I carry that with me every day doing this job. And I hope that you guys continue to carry that feeling with you every day. When you have the worst days, when you feel like maybe you didn't make the right career choice, think about how you feel right now today and how hard you've worked and how proud you should be. I'm very proud of you guys. As I call your name, please step forward. Paramedic Jason Lavelle. Paramedic Fredrick Reeves. Paramedic Gregory Sable. Paramedic Kara Shaver. Paramedic Kimberly Torres. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, right now I'd like to bring up their class president. He has a few kind words to say to you.
Hello. I'm so glad you all can make it here for our graduation of the 2019 paramedic class. I would like to say thank you first to the commissioner and all academy sergeants for all their hard work and guidance throughout this academy. And I also like to thank God for all his many blessings. I would like to start this speech by acknowledging my classmates in attendance: Cadet Sable, Cadet Shaver, Cadet Torres, and Cadet Lavelle. And for those who don't know me, my name is Cadet Reeves. There's a theme that has ran throughout this academy. It was not written, but it was often felt. That theme was family. As I thought about what it was I would talk about today, this one word kept coming to my mind: family. I couldn't shake it no matter how hard I tried. The word family can be defined as any group of persons closely related by blood, as parents, children, uncles, aunts, and cousins. So first I needed to see if we qualified as a family. So I checked off the criteria. A group of people? Check. Related by blood? With the amount of blood that we see and bodily fluids, I would think that that would qualify. Finally, the distinction between roles. I believe subjectively, we have those in EMS that we would consider fathers, mothers, brothers, and sister type figures. So that was also a check. Like a family, you are not given a choice of who your siblings will be. And like a family, when times are good, we rejoice together. And when times are bad, we mourn together. When one of us is lost, whether it be by personal choice or circumstance, it sends a ripple throughout our whole unit. Like a family, even when we are mad at each other, we will still be there for our siblings in time of need. And finally, like a family, we can be depended on to tell each other the truth of a matter, even when the world may say otherwise. This is my EMS family. I am proud to call these men and women sitting here today my brothers and my sisters. I pray they all have a long and successful career. Also, I am happy and encouraged on this graduation day because I know that if I need them in my time of need, they will be there for me. And when asked by the outside world what their justification was, they will tell them they had no choice. He's my family and my brother. Thank you guys so much for your time, and thank you guys for the opportunity. God bless.
Thank you, Cadet Reeves. Actually, not Cadet, Paramedic Reeves. Thank you. This concludes the ceremony. I want to invite family and friends back to EMS headquarters. Thanks to Metro Health, we have a small little light luncheon for everybody. And now if everybody can stand for the benediction, Paramedic Enzman.
God of all creation, we thank you for these men and women who have become members of the Cleveland EMS community. They are a testimony of your uncompromising love for all of creation. May they be also instruments of care and concern in serving the people of Cleveland, Ohio. May they be living examples of what makes the people of Cleveland unique and noble. And we ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, everybody. Have a great holiday season and a great new year in 2020. Thank you.